Welcome back, everybody, to the EGFC. We are here for our second match of the night with the University of Connecticut taking on Mississippi State. Now, I'm not going to lie to you all. This is a tough one for UCONN.
This is definitely a tough one. Definitely a David and Goliath story for sure. Because, I mean, Mississippi has always been sort of that threat. You know, whenever you see them on your schedule, you're like, oh no.
Yeah.
But
they
have been upset before.
By any chance, do you know who did that?
My good friends over at George Washington.
Wow.
So,
wow, that's
already off to a rough start.
This is gonna be rough right here.
But
as Connor Sanders, okay, yeah, they're checking out the buttons again, and it looks like they're just getting into it. As
yeah,
maybe not.
I don't know
hold
what's
on.
going on. They're walking over. Let's see what they're saying in the captain chat.
Yeah. Okay. We're gonna be figuring this out real quick. So while we do, I can just say this is traditionally a matchup Yoshis say, oh, this is really, really hard. However, Connor Sanders' punish game is something to be feared.
Okay, so they're just resetting the game. I think that might be because of just some connection issues, maybe just going, okay, this game, a little too scuffed, just try and do it over.
Run it back.
Which I respect. You know, going, I don't think I'll be able to play at my best. I don't think it would be like, I think it would be disrespectful to my opponent to not play at my best.
Yeah, and we're not going to do that scuff thing where it's like, okay, now you try and do 13% to me. Okay, so let's look up frame data real quick. We're sitting here, the timer's ticking down now. Now, clean reset is the only way to go in this situation.
For sure. And
back into it now.
Hopefully, second time around is better than the first time, and it is definitely better. This is much more playable.
Yeah, it's certainly looking like it is. You can see Connor Sanders open it up with these down airs. Again, such a good way to rack up percent when Lucina, read it out. Ooh, forward air into nair right there to send Lucina much farther off stage, forced to go to a low recovery, but, you know, Lucina doesn't mind that all too much.
Yeah, I mean, Lucina's definitely got some very good options, so, you know, you can definitely deal with some of the stuff Yoshi has, especially because you have such a strong out-of-field game with that up B. And you just have really good spacing tools, but Yoshi does also have that double jump armor, which makes it a lot harder to, you know, get some good, like, actual knockback. You know, some good get off me tools sometimes just won't work.
Yes. Take a look at that. At the moment, Jerry is doing a great job of trying to wall them out now that they're at kill percent with the back air to shield. That's not going to be safe. Connor Sanders gets another punish, only a couple more of those. But poking with that back air is going to get you off stage. But again, it's always Connor Sanders who gets back to stage first in position for the full hop.
Absolutely, and that's the big thing. Connor Sanders is on the PR for Mississippi, so like as the actual state, not just the college. So this is not just like some person that's, you know, just known throughout the college. It's known throughout the state and beyond, which is pretty important because Mississippi State sort of has that where a lot of their players are just like they do well at just locals in general, not just like college locals.
And you can see that experience playing out. So many, I hate to say levels of mix-ups, but they really are. It feels like Connor Sanders is a different option every time he pops up off a ledge.
For sure. But I have seen actually Connor Sanders lose to players from Seton Hall before, I think. So definitely if you want to try and get a big upset, this is someone that you want to take that chance against.
At the moment, Jerry, though, not really finding that perch. Oh, that up smash going to be called out hard. Yoshi's up smash, it's great, but not that disjointed. Not against Lucina.
And that was perfect spacing, too, you know? Like, it was like just, oh no. Speaking of spacing, that was not very well spaced.
Yeah, not at all. Going for these down airs are starting to get called out by Jerry, but And missed the spike hitbox right there. Either way, Lucina might have made it back if they didn't use that jump. The egg lay, though, that's a new one. Haven't been using that too much yet, but the forward air just stuffing them out. Goes for a jump read, not going to get it, but they're still in position. Gonna get grabbed out, though. Jerry using that superior frame data.
And Jerry's definitely playing it a lot more carefully right now, which is very important because against Yoshi, especially when you have one stock left, they're going to go for that egg lay. Sometimes, you know, like we saw a few times, just go for the egg lay, because if it lands, you just lose.
Yeah, Yoshi is also a character who just makes you want to shield a lot. Just constant barrage of hitboxes. But Lucina does have the tools where she doesn't always have to shield. There, sharking, not gonna get it. Just throwing out these preemptive forward airs here. Yet another one. Connor Sanders just being knocked around the stage.
Ooh, and getting that grab, which is important, and that's what he was hunting for that entire time. We saw so many times Connor Sanders is at ledge, goes for the grab. And knowing, okay, I don't need to get that every single time. I just need to get lucky once. They need to get lucky every single time if they want to even survive. And, I mean, that's sort of what happens.
Mm-hmm. And they've covered that jump like you said, every single time. It's not even luck. It's just that they've covered the jump every single time and Jerry hasn't been hit by it. And even though you're seeing, okay, they're covering high, and I'm avoiding it.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't mean you're you're gonna mix it up eventually. You don't want to like have that habit of going low exploited right there.
Very true. And I mean, like, going low is generally just super scary against Yoshi. Or just recovering in general, scary against Yoshi, because he's got double jump armor, so it's hard to get him off of you. Ugh.
Yeah, and we are right back into it already. Going to Battlefield this time, maybe hoping these platforms will give you a little bit more potential for juggles, perhaps. However, I feel like Yoshi sometimes benefits from those chains a little more. But we haven't seen a ton of up air play from Connor Sanders quite yet. They play a lot more horizontally around that forward air.
For sure, they go a lot more horizontal because the forward air does have several ways it can hit you. You know, it's got obviously the forward hit, but also that spike hit, which can get quite a bit of value off of it if you land it that way as well. So really, it's just to pick your poison. Oh my goodness!
Lucina's jump just a little too high. That's the jump stolen away. Able to air dodge to ledge though. Dancing Blade gonna be punished hard with that dash up smash.
And that was a perfect opportunity for Jerry to actually take that stock, but unfortunately unable to. And because that Connor Sanders has that lead, which is huge right now, because Connor Sanders has shown he can build his lead up even further.
Oh, you know it. As they get that tilt right there. Ooh. Just little pokes right now, but there's a poke from Lucina. Get yourself an advantage. But again, they call out jumps, but not high enough jumps. Yoshi just goes right over these forward airs. Speaking of forward airs, layering on the pressure, but Lucina smacks them off stage again. Jerry almost gets around that spike, but not quite.
Wow. And I like that you mentioned that, you know, Jerry's trying to cover jumps, but not high enough jumps, because Yoshi's does have that very high jump. And so it's showing that Jerry is playing as if he's not playing with Yoshi, which you gotta account for the fact that you're playing as his character.
And ooh, Yoshi would have a jump. That could have been good, but no. Instead, ooh, nice call out on the jump with that rising nair though.
But I mean, already 127% of extra credit, climbing up to 140. This is just really hard for Jerry right now. You need something. Like, you need to find something, because you can't just completely out neutral them once you're at this big of a deficit. You have to like find a thing to deal
and
with
they
them.
went for a thing right there, maybe getting a shield break at ledge, but no, Connor Sanders just took the hit. They're doing a lot of safe on shield stuff. The up air shield, that's a new innovation. We haven't seen a lot from them yet in the up airs. Jerry's actually stacking on some decent percent right now. This is something.
But this might just be another case of exactly what. Yes, this is Connor Sanders just fishing for the exact same thing as before, and Ooh, I like that. Seeing that Connor Sanders was trying to edge guard, so trying to get around it. Very smart from Jerry. And if they want to be able to win this game, they need more stuff like that.
Ooh, they certainly do. Back air. Finish them off. Can you find that opening? No, not quite. Drag down, down smash on the tech roll in. Now, look at them. They can't even get back to stage. Too low of an angle. Highway robbery right there. That low angle. Even Lucina can get caught by that. One of the better sword recoveries in the game. And because of that, Connor Sanders is going to be putting on some untouched points for Mississippi.
And that is solid for Mississippi right now. Connor Sanders giving a 6-point lead, and it's just going to keep climbing because, I mean, Mississippi has 2 more players who are already very known. Maze, or MIA right now is the name, and Yosefu, who are always constant threats no matter what. It's almost guaranteed that they win. I think both of them have only lost like once each at most.
Oh wow, are you trying to plug something else there? Or
no, I'm not. I'm saying how difficult it is to make a comeback if you've already lost to a player who is not MIA or Yosefu.
Yeah, and gosh, it is so brutal right there to see that, like, how do you even phrase this? Connor really had everything covered, and they understood the panic situations that they put you in with their drag downs. They drag down, and then they just shielded right next to you. And you know the craziest thing is? They had the awareness to not just up smash out of shield like most people would have. No, they went for the down smash because they knew it just reached a tiny bit farther, and they knew they had time to drop the shield.
Yeah, and because it's sent at that angle, I mean, like, it's a good angle to send at, you know, that Sakurai angle. So it just makes it so that sometimes a character that either has only really good vertical or really good horizontal can't really make it back.
Yeah. Okay, I normally don't like to call out what's going on in private, but someone tried to SD an Elite Smash, and they've got banned from online play for a second, so it's going to be a tiny bit of a delay, but me and PBE will be here to fill. That's one of the best reasons for a delay I've ever seen, because we're always like, come on, we got these Wi-Fi warriors grinding Elite, and then they get caught out, but that's why they don't SD. That is why they don't SD, people.
That's unfortunate.
Nintendo makes you take their game seriously.
Even if it's against a Sonic, and it's gonna take like with a.
You are going to play it out. I don't care. Nintendo said so.
Oh, it hurts. It hurts.
Yeah.
Self-care. It's about self-care. I have not played online in about over half a year, so self-care right there.
Shake on that, my friend. As yeah, they'll be getting into it soon enough. We're trying to get the stage bands underway. We got Mr. Man coming in now, who has been rocking the Sora as of late.
Yes, his Sora is very good.
A lot of those Nair confirmed straight up into that up smash. Against a lot of like the floatier character, like a lot of people. Oh, it's just a button check real quick, it appears. As I was about to say, a lot of the floatier characters do work wonders against, like, they're great because they slip right out of kill confirms. Sora's kill confirms work so well on floaty characters, and they kill so early.
Yes, and the player that he's going as is Cringe, who I've seen play quite a few times. It'll be interesting to see because Cringe usually wins his sets, but I mean, he wasn't going against Mississippi, so that might be a completely different story, a bit of a rude awakening, if one would say so.
Yeah, it might just be. So we'll have to see that in a moment, as again, the name of the game is going to be the fact that you can't ever breathe easy, because if you get caught by just one Nair in the right spacing at the right time, you're set up perfectly into that tipper up smash, and that thing just deletes stocks. You're gone.
It really does.
You hate to see it. But
Yeah.
hey, Sora getting some very nice high-level play. A lot of IDJ, instant double jump techniques being developed as we speak. Labbers are grinding away still, even after this character's been out for a while. So it's good to see that improvement. We got to see a little bit at Glitch, but yeah, we're getting into it now, it seems.
All right, so bringing in the Nest versus the Sora, just like you mentioned earlier, Sora does get quite a bit of value off of those floaty characters. So it's going to be a bit hard for Cringe here, especially playing against such a proficient Sora, too. And I mean, if the Sora ever doesn't work, he can just switch to ZSS, which he has quite a bit of success with as well.
Who also does pretty well here, but either way, Cringe is doing a great job of just constantly stuffing out Mr. Man. PK Magnet on ground is going to be punished, but they're able to get the DI out and air dodge out of a lot of these combos that you don't really see Mr. Man dropping.
I didn't know you could absorb that. What? The Blizzaga is absorbable? Since when?
Well, ice is pretty much magic if you think about it. Like, how does water turn into a solid?
That's true. That's true. I like what you're thinking right now.
Yeah, I mean, if you're playing against a preschooler, use preschooler logic. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Exactly.
Oh,
Oh,
and they're actually pressuring Sora at ledge, something we don't really see a lot. And Mr. Man going down early right there, Cringe, a very real opportunity here.
that was really impressive there from Cringe. Like, actually taking that first stock against Mr. Man. You don't see that every day.
Constant offstage pressure with that PK Thunder, and they cover the roll behind. Oh my gosh, with a forward smash! Oh, Mr. Man's forced to rely on the Sonic Blade as an approach tool, but that's not something you can pull out of your pocket that often, and the Nair out of shield as well.
This is what? Another? Whoa, Cringe, you are playing kind of based right now.
Oh, and they're able to get those up air chains. Okay, PK fires 58% already. Are we gonna see a Mississippi player get 3 stocked?
This is very possible. Oh my.
Oh, the reverse!
Whoa! Oh my god. No way. Okay,
I don't believe what I'm seeing. The back throw, it's not going to do it quite yet, but Mr. Man ventures all the way off stage, but they're able to get back to stage first, and now this is where Cringe has thrived, right here at the ledge. The roll behind again, but Mr. Man doesn't even make a move to punish it.
Oh, this is so scary for...
Oh!
What?
No, the uppy doesn't connect. It's Sonic Blade. It will send them off stage again. Jump already used, but you're able to get on the stage. Okay, get around the Thundaga as well. Cringe.
Okay.
Oh, they're not able to get the 3 stock, but still a massive lead.
Yeah, this is huge. You do not see Mr. Man getting this far behind ever. Ever. I've never seen Mr. Man be this far behind. So I guess that just speaks to the quality of player that Cringe is.
Oh, sending that PK Thunder all the way down right here. They're just getting slapped every single time. That disjointed hitbox doing wonders as the forward air is finally the finisher right there. Cringe taking out Mr. Man right now. 2 points on the board for UCONN.
Whoa. Whoa. That is not something you see every day. Normally, this is one of the more consistent players from Mississippi. You know, he's always on the PR at Mississippi, like the state itself, not just the school. He's pretty high up there, too. So this is really impressive stuff, especially because he's been grinding this character a lot ever since it came out. So, ugh.
Yeah, and it really... Okay, I'm not going to insult the Mr. Man Sora, because it has obliterated many a player. It does feel like there have been quite a few times though where the Sora comes out, it's not quite up to par, and then the ZSS comes out, and then it's a show.
That's
so
true.
We'll see if there is a character switch up, because it felt like the thing that was really stumping them was getting onto ledge and getting off of ledge. And I do feel like ZSS does have a little bit of an easier time with that. What do you think about that?
Oh, absolutely, especially because of that flip kick. The flip kick is so strong in terms of getting back to that center stage, you know, getting off of that ledge, you know, returning to neutral. Because, I mean, the flip kick is just, you have invincibility on it, and it has a hitbox that you can't really contest because you could get a lot of value off of it.
Yeah, and I feel like in general, even though the paralyzer is there, you're not going to have to worry about, I mean, it's a good part of ZSS's kit, but it doesn't invalidate her not being able to use it.
That's very correct, especially because like it's icing on the cake. ZSS is a very good character without it.
It certainly is. You're able to get that landing there. Already just playing the spacing game. ZSS is a sortie. Don't let anyone lie to you.
I mean, you got just so many options for your spacing. It's definitely going to be harder for Cringe in this matchup. But I mean, it'll be interesting to see how he plays it out.
Yeah, Zaire versus Fair has been the name of the game, and Mr. Man has been winning out, doing flip kicks all around the center of the stage. The movement on small battlefield is truly impressive to see from ZSS.
And, oh, wow. That was a fantastic time for a get-up attack. Seeing the opportunity, saying, okay, I can't afford to do any other kind of get-up, so I'm just going to go for the get-up attack, get a little bit of damage in, and I mean, very smart play.
Very smart play indeed, but now you're stuck with trying to get the stock off. These airs are great pressure, but where do you go from here?
Ooh.
Oh, that uppy there.
Cringe
There, they tried to catch a roll in, but that's not going to be given to them by Cringe. Not this time.
Yeah, Cringe was going for a bit of a Hail Mary there, you know, trying to just hit that up B, just the missile in neutral is a huge risk, but I mean, they didn't really get that hard punished for it, so might just want to do it again.
Cringe hasn't gone for that yet. So when you don't go for a crazy mix-up like that, and you finally do, like a lot of Nesses go for it too often, like that. But however, doing it directly away from your opponent, especially when ZSS is on the other side of the screen, that's great. Doing it right and landing in center stage, third time's the charm. Mr. Man isn't going to drop it like that.
Yeah, like going, okay, you can't do it that many times. Or maybe Mr. Man was going, okay, I'll let it slide a few times just so they feel comfortable doing it. You know, the idea of, okay, if I let someone do something and not punish it the first few times where I wouldn't get that much value off of it, I can make it so that when I would get good value off of it, they'll do it anyways, and I can, you know, get something good off of it. You know, get that kill. Like, that's what we saw.
He is now, just slaps him right away. But the absorb on that paralyzer right there will help Cringe get some, well, more comfort getting off that ledge. Big PK Fire right there. PK Thunder going all the way down, but a nice tech from Mr. Man to get back on the stage. And
this flip kick is so hard to contest. And just like we mentioned at the very start of this game, that's exactly one of the big things that Mr. Man needs for this matchup.
Cringe able to even things up, and even off the Angel platform, that PK Fire connects. I wasn't expecting that. But hey, now you get a string going, but the up smash right out of hit stun right there. Oof.
This is a lot closer than I was expecting, honestly. Like, I'm going to be completely honest here. This is really close.
Usually does win their games. And now, avoiding that up smash. Cringe at this time, using this mix-up on the landing.
Ooh, wow. And for the first time in this game, Cringe has managed to take the lead. It's going to be interesting to see if he can keep it, though.
Yeah, beautiful down smash right there. That was good spacing. We've seen the uppy hitbox trade with the yo-yo again and again, but that time it was a little bit, well, not exactly where Mr. Man wanted it. And because of that, now you're down to stock. Cringe was able to bring this back. Can you get the 2-0 over Mr. Man?
Yeah, if Cringe can manage to get another 2-stock, then it will completely tie up this match, which is huge, because that is great for their chances of winning. And back throw.
PK Thunder is a juggle tool. Oh my word, it's so powerful. But right now, you're able to get the flip kick spike, grab, puts you in advantage. Mr. Man dipping all the way down. That's one stock.
That was smart from Mr. Man, seeing that Cringe would go for the magnet. Oh, but this is really difficult for Mr. Man right now.
And you're not even able to get back to ledge. A JB2 right there. Mr. Man sent out of here on the Sora, on the ZSS. Cringe coming out clutch for UCONN.
And that was fantastic stuff from Cringe right there. Bringing it to 5-6 for this set. And honestly, this is a completely doable set. I mean, it'll be very hard to go against MIA and Yosefu, but if they can manage to stop the bleeding as much as possible in those games, then whoever else is left is going to be the deciding factor.
Yeah, certainly are. Gosh, like I did like the spacing game that Mr. Man was playing in the initial stages, playing a lot around the Zaire, a lot around the side B, spacing out cringe. But then it came to landing. It came to getting off the ledge. And they had a much easier time than Sora, but getting to the ledge is where they struggled a little.
Yeah, I mean, like, it was just tricky in general for both of those. Like, Mr. Man was just, I guess, matchup difficulties, maybe. Because Ness is always a bit frustrating to go against. Let's be real here. Like, trying to, especially because the up B for both of those characters doesn't give you that much invincibility, if any. So Ness's down smash sort of just catches you. Sometimes it can just make it so it just becomes a little bit harder to recover.
Yeah, just a little bit, but that little bit is all you need. As we've got a new matchup coming in, it's gonna be CISO versus Yosefu actually coming in right here. That's the right pick.
Yes, you want Yosefu in right now. You want to take that lead back because right now it's only a 1-point differential, which is practically not a lead.
And here's the thing, this is player counter picks coming out in a big way. CISO, a rather explosive player, but against lower play styles, they kind of have crumpled in the past. I've seen Isabel's kind of upset them in the past. Specifically one Isabel Bakakun at times. Well, no offense to Bakakun, they are not Yosefu.
That's true. Yosefu is an entirely different beast. Against most teams, I know I've heard from some teams saying that when they play against Mississippi, they sort of just try and put a sacrificial lamb against him. And honestly, that is sometimes the play. Like, put someone you think can stop the bleeding or just drag it out, and then try and get your best players to win as many times as possible.
Yeah, that doesn't seem the strategy for CISO right here. CISO, they didn't really get the chance to play a counter pick. Again, this is Mississippi's counter pick, showing that they're taking them very seriously right now.
For sure.
Right here.
So it'll be interesting. If I remember correctly, CISO is a Captain Falcon main, right?
Yeah, that has been their go-to pick for a while. They've had a couple other things, but yeah, CISO has definitely been the one. And CISO is also the kind of one who goes, I don't need a button check. Which, in an era of all online button checks, it's impressive. That's rolling up your sleeves right there.
Yeah, just going, you know what? I don't care. Hit me.
I'll do the button check in game.
Yeah, it's the equivalent. It's the equivalent of someone who gets punched in the face and starts laughing.
Thank you, sir. May I have another?
Exactly. Or they go, oh yeah, you got one free hit.
Yep. Well, I'm expecting we're going to see a lot more than one free hit here as Yosefu opens up with a cross, but CISO just goes right in. Up B out of that combo, though. You're not going to tolerate any of that.
Wow, that's... CISO's doing some... What? What? CISO! You madman.
Yeah, CISO getting that huge extension right there, and now you've got to stock up. Yosefu was able to up B out of that a lot, but ooh, they're not even letting them touch the ledge. They didn't even get to grab ledge.
Yosefu is furious right now, for sure. Going, no one gets to take a stock off of me in less than 30 seconds and get away with it.
Yeah, the defense is there now. Tries to cover the roll in, not going to connect that, as now you're able to get that full hop over all those projectiles. A nice extension right there. Ooh, and they're able to get the up B on the coverage right there. CISO looks so prepared for this matchup.
Woo! And this is huge right now. Someone actually having a lead against Yosefu. But, I mean, it's Yosefu. A lead at one moment can turn into a deficit in a matter of seconds.
Yeah, up B, out of shield right there. The dash attack catches you landing. I don't think they have a jump. They're able to get off ledge for a moment, but right into the holy fire.
And, okay, able to make it back, but for how long? Oh.
Creating so many options, but CISO holds firm right there. But like you said, a lead can evaporate in a second. You weren't able to get the killing blow.
Lead may begin with an L, but it can also end with one. I'm just saying, like, you know, you can, what looks so confident and like what looks so good can just turn sour so quickly. Oh.
Certainly can, as they get that air right there. There's back air rather. Trying to land here. Oh, they get right around the holy fire, but they're just struggling to avoid getting caught by any of this. They're not getting the same sort of freedom of movement they had when they were holding onto that lead. But speaking of freedom of movement, you are not free to hold onto that ledge.
And 86% on the board already. This is looking really rough for CISO, but honestly, not the worst, especially because it's still even stocks.
Yeah, definitely not the worst right there as the back air comes out. Ooh.
And CISO had the right idea there, because Simon does not have the greatest of recoveries. So if you can abuse it as much as possible, you've got the right idea, because that is how you can end a game that looks great for a Simon player.
Yeah, it is. Is you're able to get the axe. Ooh, the shield pressure, it's too much to contend with. But Captain Falcon's a heavy lad. You're able to live a little longer. Get off this ledge, though. That's the bigger question. Going all the way above, the Nair connecting is not enough to protect you. CISO, after an explosive start, is taken out. And that will be Yosefu putting one more point on the board.
But that was really, that was pretty close. Like, Yosefu had control there for a while, but CISO almost completely robbed it at one moment where it was that back air off stage. If they landed just one more hit off stage, that would have ended the game in a complete upset. And honestly, I'm excited to see the rest of the set.
Yeah, but there were times when CISO's momentum stopping seemed insurmountable. Especially that one moment. We saw it in the replay a second ago. The fact that they weren't even able to touch the ledge. Like, yeah, no jump, unable to touch the ledge. That's just a win condition right there. Look at this. Perfect coverage right there. Knocking them straight up with the axe and off the side.
There's also a few things where it's like, it looks like CISO's DI is a little suspicious. So maybe not used to getting hit by Simon's stuff.
And they covered the DI onto stage too. It's everything you could dream of. Everything you could dream of and more. As UCONN, even though they're down a little bit, they're still able to, I mean, this is very doable.
Yeah.
This is...
You don't see every day that a match is this close against Yosefu. So this is completely doable. If Yosefu loses this, it completely opens up the rest of this match to just being anyone could win.
Yeah, Mississippi State, I remember they ate 2 upsets right off the bat to open up this season. And they didn't want to take any more. They wanted nothing to do with all those.
Absolutely, because like this is a really good team. But the moment you break the core, Yosefu, it becomes a lot harder. But that's the thing. Breaking that core is really, really difficult.
Yes. There were some cracks. But no breaks thus far. If you're able to pry one of those open, though, get us to a game 3, then you'll have me convinced, CISO.
And I know that Yosefu is not used to counterpicking, so if CISO manages to win this, then it'll be very interesting to see what his counterpick is for this stage. Oh.
CISO is able to hold Yosefu at the ledge, but the roll through resets things. That down tilt, though, not going to be safe. Missing the falling up air, though, that's an opportunity for Yosefu to say, get off me. I don't want to deal with this.
Absolutely. And oh, this is really tight now because you are getting stuck in the Simon Vortex. Oh,
but a missed B reverse right there is the only opening CISO needs. Down air at a disadvantage, though, gets them into this fight once again.
Wow, that parry was perfect there. Just going, okay, now I have a perfect opportunity here to get my punish, and ooh. I see what Yosefu's hunting for, and I'm scared. I'm very scared.
See, the thing, I don't even know. I'm just always scared of Yosefu. But they don't even need to hunt. They'll just cleave you with the axe and send you off the top right there. Yosefu holding on to their lead.
Ooh. If Ciso rolls in from one of those tumble situations, let's just say it will not be good for them.
Not good at all, as oof.
This is
Some heavy hits right now. Down smash doesn't cover as much as you would want, though. Ciso is able to survive a little longer, but going off stage right there and then getting spiked, that's not what you want to be seeing if you're UCONN.
This is looking like a completely different game right now. Yosefu has awakened. You have disturbed the beast's slumber.
Yeah.
Oh,
You've
no.
disturbed the beast's slumber, and now they're out to demolish you with the spike. You go for the stop. No, it's my turn. You down air to captain.
Ow. Ow.
I
And that
can't
spike
believe this.
hitbox is really tight too, because normally it will pop both of you up, but sometimes, depending on where you hit it, it will spike. So, and it's really risky too, but I mean, when you have 3 stocks to 1, it's not that risky, especially when they have that high of a percent. But man, Yosefu is just so good.
Yes, so good. I mean, just the constant option coverage and the awareness to even go for that, when Yosefu literally could have just won the game by standing at that same distance for the rest of the set.
Yosefu didn't even need to spike. That was literally like, the magnet hands don't reach that far. Yosefu just did that. Just to send a message going, oh, this is who you're sending against me? Bring someone better. Bring me cringe.
I demand cringe, but you're not gonna get it. I mean, Ciso is looking. I harken back to that game 1, but still, I feel like living in those glory days, living in a world without adaptation is never the way to go about it. Like, they're always going to adapt. They're always going to change. They're always going to get better between the matches. And if you're not able to keep up, if you're going to go last hit, last stock, and then get 3 stock the next game, then you have some leveling up to do.
Yeah. Ugh. Wow. And that really makes it so that it's a lot easier for Mississippi State now. They've got a very big lead here. In order to even it out, you would have to hit a 3 stock and a 2 stock in one of these sets, and that still doesn't guarantee you winning this, because there's still MIA, another fantastic player from Mississippi.
Yeah, it's on the standby too. MIA most likely, I mean, could just come in here to clean up, but it's not like the other players are any sort of slouches. El Jefe is one we saw, I think, last week. I can't quite remember if they won, but I mean, either way, El Jefe has generally, UConn has been unable to deal with this. UConn still does have one other pretty respectable player. They've got another Shulk. A lot of Shulks coming out of the woodwork in EGF. A lot of like collegiate scene has so many underrepresented characters.
A few too many Wii Fits as well, if we're being honest here. Like,
yeah,
like, come on now. Like, first MDVA having too many Wii Fits, and now EGF having too many Wii Fits, and some of those are MDVA Wii Fits.
Yeah, it is El Jefe. My apologies, El Jefe. You confuse me. But either way, we're able to get into it soon enough. El Jefe looking to finish off what the Mississippi starters have, well, started. Cringe put a dent in their game plan, but you don't want to make it a last hit, last stock game. That's not the sort of clutch situation you want to be in. I have faith MIA would be able to clutch it out, but still, you want to just win here and now if you can.
Yes, absolutely. You want to guarantee your win. You do not want to let any team's X factor pop up on you randomly, because I mean, that's sort of how you'll see an upset in general. You know, if a team just goes, oh yeah, we have this hidden killer here, and now your best player is gone.
And that could have just been cringe right off the bat, but hey, Get is someone who to the best of my knowledge, I have not seen from UCONN. So I'm kind of curious to what kind of performance they're going to be putting on for us.
This could be their hidden killer for all we know.
If they've got this many hidden killers, people have been really sleeping on UCONN.
Cringe isn't really hidden. He's just a killer. He's just sort of out in the open, just stabbing people.
Everyone's like, stop, he's got a knife. And no one's doing anything about it. It's
Exactly.
sad, as EGFC on this Game & Watch right here is going to put a lot of pressure on this Link shield.
And this should be interesting here, Game & Watch versus Link, because Link so Game & Watch, as we all know, fantastic out of shield options, probably the best out of shield in the game. But Link, on the other hand, has a lot of really good tools, like for poking, a lot of great projectiles, a lot of great ways to really get in your opponent's head and annoy them. But also, some really good moves. That Nair is fantastic. So
yeah, you can just ride the bacon right on top of the chef, just to like, that's how much priority it is if you haven't seen Link before.
yeah, it's definitely a character that is underrated. Like, there are several PGR players who use Link. So, and then no one even considers Link. You know, no one talks about Link that much.
Yeah, I mean, Link in the thumbnail of Glitch Infinite, and we'll see if Get is able to, well, maybe work a little more magic than Zomba was here, as they're going in with these Z-drop bombs. Oh, but landing right on top of a Game & Watch charging a smash check, even though it is down smash and not up smash, that's still bravery right there.
And I think that's what you need against Mississippi State. You need bravery.
Need that Triforce of Courage here, as you try and get the 2-frame with the bomb. It's not going to connect, but it's such good shield pressure with this Nair. This is clean gameplay from Get so far, as they're able to get the stage spike on EGFC.
Also, I just realized, so far, this is the exact same roster for Mississippi as last year. Like, not even last semester, last year.
Dang. That's tough. You're going even with the champions right now if you win this.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's impressive. Like, this could be a very good chance for University of Connecticut to actually get something going or put themselves out there.
And they're going to try and get this started now. Nice pressure thus far. The drag down with the Nair. EGFC looking to shut this down, but Get is not approaching too far. It's EGFC has been forced to make the first move a lot of the time, but those moves are starting to connect a little bit more. The accuracy is improving.
Ooh. Oh. So it does look like Get is struggling a little bit now. It seems EGFC has managed to make a few adjustments. Seeing that EGFC likes to, or seeing that Get likes to try and approach it. Whoa. 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 What? Wow.
Oh, and anything to do with that is, ooh.
Terrifying.
Yeah, it's always scary when that up air almost connects, because you almost never see it kill, but then sometimes it just does, as you go for the key all the way down to just stuff out that hero spin, but ooh. Throwing that bomb up, Get at the moment holding on to this lead. They are reluctant to give up any ground.
And I mean, that's exactly sort of what you need. Oh my. Unfortunate.
Yeah, nice. Very nice down smash right there. Nair at a shield. Gonna be blocked. Gonna be punished. You know that. You love it. As EGFC, the landings are getting called out a little more by EGFC. The adaptation is there. Goes for a very optimistic read, but you haven't gone for that before, so why not?
I mean, we did see last time that when Get went for that forward smash, that sort of just caught EGFC dropping shield. So, I mean, why not go for it again?
Why not indeed? Up B out of shield. We haven't seen that option too much yet, but that can be so punishable. The Nair puts you in an uncomfortable situation, but you know Game & Watch is going to get back to ledge just fine. Off stage situation now. He's going to get, ooh, perfect drift right there to avoid that back air.
Ooh, and wow. An up B. Actually, this is really close to just being Get's game right now. A matter of, like, getting a single good hit away. But I mean,
yeah.
Game & Watch can also just end this with a down smash.
And the Nair is actually safe on shield a lot of the time. They're drifting away with the Nair too instead of just doing it in place. That's crucial right there. Oh, they dropped that all the way down. Not going to catch Game & Watch. Shielding that down smash. Oh, that was scary. I held my breath there.
I mean, hold your breath right now because this is really close. I mean, either of these players could win it here. Game & Watch by hitting a down smash will just end it here. And Link just getting anything, honestly. Oh my. Oh,
down air, not gonna do it again. Holding on, trying to land with that Nair. Ooh, 40 arrows.
Wow.
Ledge, the up B or up air is gonna do it, cleaving right through that paper mache man. And with that, Get put some more points on the board for UCONN.
And that was really smart by Get. Seeing that El Jefe likes to land with the down air. So going with the up air instead of something like an up B, which might kill a little bit earlier because the up air is a little bit more disjointed than Game & Watch's down air. So if you tie between Game & Watch's down air and Link's up air, the Link up air will win every single time.
Yeah, and I mean, that is a read for sure, but it's not the hardest of reads. I mean, in a last stock situation, you're expecting a Game & Watch to change their game plan around you? You kidding me? Nah, they're going to go for that down air every day of the week because it's safe 90% of the time, but then there's that 1 out of 10, one finger. That's all you need.
Ooh. And honestly, I'm looking again at that of the final kill on Get for taking the second stock. And it looked like Get jumped into the blast zone, seeing, okay, maybe I can't make it back. Just end the stock right now.
Yeah. But either way, ooh, yeah. Going all the way up, but the key, it wasn't enough. We've seen enough key shenanigans, so glad to see someone finally getting an answer to it right there with the Link. UCONN's still down pretty significantly, but if you win this, you put yourself within one match range. And as you and your school most definitely know, all you need is to get to that one last match, and maybe miracles will happen.
I mean, that's what they definitely need right now. University of Connecticut needs a miracle, but miracles come to those who prepare for it. So it really is a matter of, is Connecticut prepared for it?
Let's see that now. It's just going to be a straight up run back.
3, 2,
Mississippi State holding a very dominant lead, 6 points. But one unfortunate game here, and minimum 9 points if Get wins the second one. But it looks like El Jefe isn't going to allow that. It's immediate damage, but it's answered with that little throw combo.
And already a much stronger start for El Jefe than last time. Which is important because that means that El Jefe has managed to adapt a little bit to Link's options. And that's scary because Link does, while being a very good character, also has that unfamiliarity aspect for a lot of people. So, you know, being able to adapt on the fly does speak to the quality of player El Jefe is.
That was a nice empty land, though, from Get. Showing a bit of adaptation yet. Now here comes the chef, using the bomb to clear the way, but it's just going to be the roll through to get you off that ledge.
Ooh, and I love this adaptation from El Jefe. Normally would go for the down air out of the up B, but instead went for back air because you could go for back air and drift a little bit further back so that you can actually beat out the sword for the up air from Link. Because we saw. Ooh.
Hey, getting through that uppie, that was great coverage from Get, but El Jefe's defense was a little bit better.
Yeah, El Jefe's just managed to adapt so well, seeing, okay, this is what lost me that last game. I'm just not going to do that anymore.
Is now playing a lot more grounded Game & Watch around these short hops. That up smash not going to pay any sort of respect as you roll right into the chef, that's even more damage.
Yeah, El Jefe looking like El Jefe right now. That's not what you want because the chef, while it doesn't do that much damage or knockback, at first it nickel and dimes you.
Oh! Well, you're going to need some change after that because look at that. They're able to get the stage spike again. Game & Watch players just aren't used to people getting the 2-frame on that recovery, you know?
Yeah, I mean, like, it wasn't even really a 2-frame. It was just catching before the invincibility, like, or before the ledge was even grabbed. So, which is very smart. You know, you throw out the bomb, the remote bomb. It's able to do some good damage, but also the kill power. We saw it last game as well. It worked.
Yeah, definitely worked wonders. This is some nice shield play right here around this sort of careful precipice. El Jefe, though, throwing out the chef again. Bomb does get that chef away from you. Going for that landing nair, though, that's been a pattern.
And if there's anything you don't want against Mississippi, it's patterns, because they will recognize them very quickly.
Whoa. You're spin out of that one. You don't want to deal with that. Oh, it
That was
feels
really
like
smart.
Get is the master of getting grabs at ledge with conditioning.
Yeah, he's really just trying to condition the absolute crap out of El Jefe right now. And I mean, it's kind of working, but also not quite fast enough. But this is even. This is even right now.
Yeah, it is. As the back air's chaining across, it's more than even. Get has seized the lead and gets the coverage with the boomerang, but their one attempt at a grab that time not going to connect.
And this is where it's tight right now, because Game & Watch, once you get... Oh, no!
There's nothing to say.
That was looking so good. Ah. That's just unfortunate.
The biggest momentum kill I think I've seen all season.
Yeah, because we saw it was such a comeback that was on the way there. And then you get pineappled. I know what Get's not ordering on his pizza next time.
What's that?
Pineapple.
Damn. Okay. Oh. Man. That stage spike still gets me, though. Like, I just don't see people calling out Game & Watch's recovery that much, but Get's pressure on the ledge is something we haven't seen a lot thus far. And again, they didn't lose El Jefe. We're going into game 3.
Yeah, this is game 3, so it does give a second chance for both of these players. Both of them have that opportunity to win this set, because, I mean, like, both of them, as we can see, they clearly want it a lot. Boom! Oh, it wasn't even the bomb that... So the bomb wasn't... The explosion wasn't what 2-framed. It was the bomb drop that 2-framed.
The bomb drop 2-frame.
Bomb drop 2-frame into explosion. Look.
I guess that is a lingering hitbox that you can go for.
Yeah, and that's really smart.
I don't blame El Jefe for not being ready for that one in the slightest.
I mean, it's worked twice now, so all you need to do is make it work a third time. Or a fourth or fifth. If you can make it work another 3 times, then that will win you this set.
And this win is direly needed. It's pretty much, it is going to be impossible if El Jefe runs away with this. So back on here on Smashville, going to be trying to make this work again. The Nair train starting up though.
Yeah, no, if El Jefe wins this, it becomes impossible. And actually, Get has to win this in order to even make it possible. Not even like close, to make it like possible to win.
I will tell you that possibility is worth fighting though. Even though you're going up against MIA, it's always worth fighting for.
Absolutely.
Forward tilt, coming at you. Oh, beautiful dash back right there to cover that. But El Jefe was just a little too fast for their taste. There's that bomb across. Oh, wow. Can they get a frame right there? Can they get another? No, not this time, but Get holds onto this stock despite all odds of being right to ledge. They're able to get off of that. Bacon. Ooh, that was so deep.
Yeah, Game & Watch can just afford to do that. And yep, the moment you get the hero spin on someone's shield, you're just going, okay, hit me with your coolest punish.
And you know what Game & Watch is going to go for every time. Is there. Ooh, nice catch on the missed tech right there with that boomerang. Bomb just sitting around that ledge. And it's not a terrible position for it to be in as you knock him right back into it. But good job right there from EGFC to avoid the threat range, the heat map of that bomb, and you fill up on that. I didn't see where that bucket's at. Are they flashing? Hard to tell.
Not quite flashing, but it's close.
One more mistake like that, and then you have a massive kill move with the grab right there. Do they even need it? No.
This is so tight right now. Both of these players really want that stock. That was so close to being the stock.
Yeah, so close, but no cigar as the back air catches them again. Do or die right now. You've got to make this happen. You've got to make it clean. Otherwise, ooh. An up B. Good tech right there. You're going to survive. You're going to keep things kind of even. I mean, when you think about relative weights, they're pretty close in terms of, like, I am this close to being killed.
Whoa!
Speaking of close to being killed.
Yeah, that was some priority and a half right there.
Oh!
Not quite.
You're not going to do it either.
Oh.
Okay. Good smash. Not going to do it.
And both of them really are just at the brink of death right now. And Get just managed to die a little bit earlier. And this is really tough because EGFC is using Game & Watch. So if Get gets punished on shield once, that's another like 40%.
And you cannot afford to be taking that one.
Yeah, especially on your last stock.
Jabs. I'm going to be racking it up even farther. But that's like I'm saying, you can ride the bait straight into the shaft and get the uppie right there. The reversal. You're on last stock right now. You can make this miracle happen.
Yes, Game & Watch is very light, so you could get that miracle. You could get that comeback in a matter of seconds if you just manage to hit everything right. You need to win neutral at least a few times, but I mean, hey, we've seen Get win neutral more than enough times to have faith.
Yeah, I definitely have faith. But getting the parry on that boomerang isn't enough to prevent you from that. Oh, drifting in with the bucket to the jab, the get off me tool. They don't want to deal with that, but a nice delay on the up B. They got caught by the key last time, but never twice.
Fool me once, shame on me, or shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Going, okay, only shame on you this time. Ooh.
Shield, shame on you. Get the 2-frame, shame on you. Now, EGFC landing on the platform. It's getting a little dicey. You cleave right through them and gets the upset right there. Gets 3 more points on the board for UCONN, and they have given themselves a winnable Game 5.
This is a fighting chance right now. It is 9-13. They just need to win, and one of those has to be a 2-stock. That is it. And if MIA is the next player, that will be a tall order, but I mean, it's not impossible.
Especially given what we've seen so far, I wouldn't have believed that a lot of this was possible. I mean, UCONN has been okay, but they haven't been this. A lot of these players are new. A lot of these strategies, a lot of this practice is new. Everyone has their sights set on Mississippi, and they're like, I want to upset them. But you think at a certain point, Mississippi buckles down and they're like, okay, we've got to make sure our last player is upset proof because it happens every time we have a lead and then in the last Game 5, we get clutched on. It's not going to happen again.
You do not want to get clutched on multiple times. It is definitely painful.
Yeah, I only assume, it's going to be okay. Utopia coming out right here from UCONN against MIA. Yet another player who I have not seen, but if they're anything like Get's caliber, then, well, it's going to be a very interesting interview asking, where do all these players come from?
Yeah, I mean, UCONN has stepped up to the plate for sure. They are showing that they are not to be ignored.
Yeah, but MIA, also someone you should not ignore. I would say out of all of them, MIA probably the most explosive player, they will just blow up your stock from one stray hit. And Yosefit will set up an edge trap with one stray hit, and that'll destroy your stock. But it's just not quite the same as when you're in there throwing hands, throwing feet, throwing fireballs, whatever you can.
Yeah, and it's really just like, you got to be careful against this team in general. So, UCONN needs to bring their A game in this last game. Utopia has the entire team riding on his back.
And Utopia going to be taking us to Smashville. I expect we're going to be getting a small button check. Remains to be seen either way.
Maybe, but who knows?
Buckling down right here and now. MIA's Mario. Just wants to get right back in there. They want to brawl.
And now it's just down to because MIA doesn't care about a button check, Utopia doesn't care about a button check. It is time to get into that game. They are raring to go. They just want to end this as soon as possible.
Yeah, both these players, they're feeling the pressure. Utopia especially. Let me tell you, the clutchest thing that could happen right now is if you got the 2 stock right here and then put it at all you need to do is win 1 game. That is...
Yeah.
When MIA has no idea what you're throwing at them, this is the best opportunity to do it. But are you ready? Yeah.
This is MIA on Smashville. We love Smashville. So... definitely scary.
You win Ganondorf?
This could go crazy.
I don't even know what to expect right here. Danner on shield is going to poke. And again, even the best Ganondorf in the world, you're still going to get gimped. You're still going to get comboed. You've got to have some amazing reads. You have to have been researching MIA's habits in your sleep. Oh, that's a nice punish right there. Nice conversion, 30%.
Ooh.
It's even.
But MIA can just turn it around in a matter of seconds, especially because Ganondorf is heavy, so those up air strings across the stage into a forward air are always possible.
But right off the bat, it doesn't look like they're going for the optimal strings like they should be trying to string them across the up tilt. Utopia gets the up tilt on MIA. And now you get the ladder. Okay, up B, no, you can't quite finish them. You know Ganondorf's too heavy for that, so you just go for the back air instead. Gonna be forced to try and recover, but a nice early jump, a second up B. You're able to get back to stage with rage, and now the grab, the tech chase right here, 36%. MIA, can this happen? Can this be real?
Utopia definitely has something going for sure, but a ledge trump definitely helps to stop some of that momentum, but 36% on the board against Ganondorf is definitely doable.
Ooh, trading with that dash attack, going for a trade against a heavy. It's never purposeful and it's never what you want. Goes for that low edge guard, and honestly, you've got to. Gets the tech chase right there, but doesn't quite get the timing right. Now, ledge trapping right here. Roll through this up smash again. That's terrifying. Yeah. The up air, forward air. Yeah, it's guaranteed, baby.
That's the classic for Mario, and you always see it on Smashville for some reason. It's always on Smashville, but the moment it lands, oh, it's even.
Even game. It's an even game right now as you get the tech chase right there, but missing that read. You're not quite there. It looks like MIA's adaptation starting to go to another level. So 2 good reads right now from this Ganon, and you're done. So you can't let the Ganon play the game, and that's what you're doing with these up airs.
And this is so dangerous for both of these players. So oh no! What?
Catching that landing right there with the forward smash, sending the king of evil back to his own game right here. MIA puts 1 on the board. You would need 2 consecutive 2 stocks or a 3 stock on MIA. And with how Ganondorf plays, is that even possible? I wouldn't have thought so, but I also wouldn't have thought that a Ganondorf would get MIA to last stock.
Yeah, I wouldn't have expected that either. I was not expecting the volcano kick to land on the first stock. That was crazy.
I mean, there's good coverage overall. That ledge trump, like in that position, I was not expecting them to go for that, and clearly Utopia wasn't either.
Yeah, I mean, no one's ready.
No one's ever ready. As That coverage, though. Let me tell you, if their timing was just a little bit better at times, PvE, think of those 2 up smashes that were frames away from hitting. Frames! Think of what could have been different.
Frames away. And I mean, that means that now, though, there needs to be 2 stocks in order for Connecticut to win. Can they do it?
Can they indeed? UConn, all your hopes rest on the back of this one Ganondorf. Can you do it? Is it possible? Can you get the upset? It's all gonna be this.
Yeah.
You can't beat the Yoshis?
Taking Mario to Yoshi's? What?
What kind of power play is this? If you all don't know in the chat, Yoshi's very low blast zone, at least relative to the other stages. Mario, infamous for this stage. People jokingly say that every person should have a pocket Mario for if an opponent is ever foolish enough to take you to Yoshi's. And after you lost, you are taking MIA there. This is the greatest mind game I've ever seen, or maybe you're just comfortable there. I don't know. This is their choice. They're taking us here.
You're either making the greatest mistake of your life or the greatest power move in existence.
Ganondorf is all about swagger. It's all about bravado. And this is about the ballsiest thing I think you could possibly do. And we'll see if that pays off going into this.
Yeah, this is going to be interesting here. Because, I mean, Utopia definitely has some exaggerated swagger.
Ooh.
Oh.
Now a nice opening right off the bat, but it's still kind of even right here. One good read, but Naram's shield is actually going to be safe. But the constant barrage of hitboxes, you can't even get one out yourself. Oh.
Every single time I see an up air land from MIA, I just get so scared for Utopia.
Yeah, spacing outside of that side B range and just saying no, I'm not looking to deal with that at the moment. As you get right there, ready for the ledge trump that time with the instant air dodge though. So free the entire platform with the up air. What else can you get from it? Looking for this trap. Oh, dropping so low, but they're not able to get the hitbox out in time.
And this is honestly really close still. Like,
still. Ooh, now we got the tech chase. Dash attack at ledge. One edge guard is all you need, but they don't overcommit. They never overcommit. Utopia. But fireball puts them in a very uncomfortable situation, but the up B actually might have saved them right there. Down air, that's gonna shield poke.
what?
What? The stage spike?
Who just thinks of doing that?
Utopia is in the lead, is even on Yoshi's against MIA.
This is not just any Mario either. This is MIA. Someone who is actually known.
This is brutal right here. As you're able to get that. Ooh. Can you do it? Oh, the extension, not quite gonna come out. They haven't got these huge combos that they're known for, but the down throw, that's the setup they needed to really get the finisher. Yeah, that is why. They left that!
Yep, fantastic DI there from Utopia. This is the clutch moment right there that they need. If Utopia can just afford to get... Oh, what? That...
Orin some pancakes Pikachu right there, because I don't know how you got around that forward smash, but either way, now you've got to find this one hard read. You've got to get a miracle moment like that up tilt we saw before. Up air, you have them at ledge, goes for a committal forward air, and now you're on ledge against MIA. Resetting, putting the center, you're trapped in the corner, re-grabbing ledge? What? Scooped up by the up smash? I can't believe what I'm seeing!
MIA is probably very confused right now.
Trading.
Oh no!
Down to one stock. Okay, still doable. Up smash, charging it. We're gonna connect.
Oh, this is really scary for MIA, or not for MIA, for Utopia right now, because you're on last stock against Mario, and that's what happened.
Skadoosh.
Wario
MIA saying, nah, I'm not. Even if I didn't get all my setups here on Yoshi's, I'm still not going to let you get away with this one. You dip low for an edge guard against me one more time, mister. I'm going to show you what's what.
And they did. He did show us what.
That. I didn't think anything could get my heart pounding in Game 5 of UConn versus Mississippi State, but here we are.
Yeah, that was exhilarating.
And even though that was a clean win from MIA, I'm sorry, MIA, but it's still always gonna be a tale of what ifs. What if one read went a little different? What if one edge guard connected a little cleaner? But no, we don't live in a world of what ifs. We live in a world of Mississippi State being your reigning champions, winning 18-9 over UConn.
I just realized. So at the end there, MIA was crouching. Didn't even, like, if you look there, MIA is just crouching, just sort of letting Utopia hit. Because they know. Go for the fireball, jump above. Try an edge guard low. Go for the forward air. That looked like it was entirely planned.
That was beautiful right there. And here's the thing. Utopia had the nair out preemptively to cover the up B. Remember I said that? I'm like, oh, they just needed to have the hitbox out a tiny bit sooner. It would have been perfect. No. They adapted, and MIA was literally 2 steps ahead.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that was crazy. Like, MIA, it looked like let Utopia hit him so that he could go for the clip.
I can't believe this. I cannot believe this. UConn with an amazing showing, far exceeding anything we've seen from them thus far. But ultimately, it is not enough to stand up to the titan that is Mississippi State University. Now, I believe we are going to get a quick interview with MIA themselves. We can ask what it was like in that confusing Game 5 that they ultimately came out triumphant in. So don't go anywhere. We will be back with an interview with MIA in just a couple of minutes.
See you soon. All right, and welcome back everyone to EGF Season 3 for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. We have an interview here with MIA, the Mario player you just saw from Mississippi State University. MIA, how are you doing?
I'm doing great, doing good today. Feeling nice about this win.
Yeah, I mean, it was a crazy win, but I'm sorry, we've got to go back to that match you had. When it opened up, and I know it was a little stuttery, so it wasn't perfect, but still, it opened up and you got hit by the up tilt, and the Ganon was clearly schmoving. Like, what was going through your mind?
At that immediate moment, I thought I had to shut it down. I had to let him know that Mario is still the king here.
Yeah.
So I stuck to it, sped it up.
Yeah, that was definitely the approach there. And also, I want to know, does your team like practice in any specific way? Do they like look at VODs, try and practice the matchups, stuff like that?
Oh, I think we do a little bit of everything, actually. For the most part, we all just like to grind the game together, though, and talk about how to improve just in the moment. But we're always willing to do VOD reviews and everything, too.
Okay. Yeah, that's a solid approach.
Yeah, 100%. And now, going into that shutdown, there is a play that you actually called out PvE right there at the end, where PvE is theory crafting that you saw Ganon going for those low edge guards and baited them off stage for that spike. Is that what happened there?
That is absolutely what happened.
I called it!
Oracle right here.
Yeah.
Sorry, I had to settle that.
Yeah, I noticed he was getting a little antsy every time I got to the lower part of the stage, so I waited on him to come off. And he just had no counterplay to it.
Beautiful.
Smart. Very smart. You know, just like, that's the difference between like someone that's like good and someone that's really good. Like someone who's willing to take a hit. But speaking of taking a hit, is there any team that you wanna put a hit out on? Any team, any player in particular that you're excited to go against, or you know you're afraid of maybe?
Definitely not afraid of. I think here at MSU, we're probably pretty solidly the best team. I think for the most part, we're excited to show everybody what we got going on and what we can do to secure this dub this season.
Nice.
Yeah, I mean, and secure it. I mean, you are on the warpath to do just that, and I wish you the best of luck with that. But for now, MIA, congrats on the win. Thank you so much for doing this interview.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, it's a pleasure as always. But for now, we are going to be wrapping up, and this, I think, is PvE. You're heading off after this?
I should be heading off after this unless something happens. So I'll be seeing you all later next week.
Yeah.
Yeah. Be sure to follow Kilo Miles on his Twitter. Follow me on mine, of course.
You got it. You got it.
Yeah.
There we go. Yeah, I appreciate that. Give us both a shout out. We're both working really hard on the commentary grind. It helps us out a lot, and I will keep working. PvE's got some other shenanigans to get up to, but for now, I've been Keel Miles. It's been PvE. We will be back in a little bit.
Yep. See you soon.